Begins with a third down for the Eagles, backed up at their own 17. Pass is incomplete because A.J. Brown could not, or rather Devontae Smith could not bring it in and hurt.
Yeah, and the temptation is when you're playing against the Detroit Lions and they have backup cornerbacks in the game. And in my mind, they probably should get back to Jalen Hurts a little bit running the ball. It's going to set up Saquon Barkley.
There's man kicks it to the sideline out of bounds. Right with it, a 44-yard kick. On the list, some big names, including Detroit royalty and Barry Sanders. How good Gibbs has been to the 45. It's a gain of a half dozen, Melissa, for the third year back.
Yes, Jahmyr Gibbs told me that breaking Barry Sanders, he said, it feels so good just to have his name mentioned in the same sentence. He needs 7 touchdowns to do it. Doesn't turn 24 until...
Barry Sanders is around the Lions organization a lot. Tristan Colon remains in there at guard for the 97, who continues to make plays for the Eagles among those on the tackle.
So what we're getting now, down in the box to support it, because what you cannot allow the Detroit Lions offense to do is to get...
Third and 1, they'll do it inside. Gibbs is stopped. Again, heard from what a trade deadline addition. Let's see what Campbell will do on 4th and short. Alex kept letting the Eagles know about the reported eligible skipper. By the legs. He's short. It's going to be Philadelphia ball.
I don't know what couldn't take advantage of it.
Moro Jomo, third year out of Texas. Watch him off the offense. 4 possessions. Turning over on downs. They punted a couple of times. The deflected pick that turned to Detroit 48. Lane Johnson remains out. Questionable. Blanketed was Devontae Smith. Back to the 4th down, Chris.
The advantage you have on offense is look around and not be sure of what's going on. He'll end up just standing up, snap the ball. You snap the ball, you double team, cram back into your running back, and you don't get anything. You have to take advantages of the advantage of
the Eagles. The throw for Goddard is behind him as he was entangled with Branch in cover. So try to open it up a little bit and not having much success right now.
Well, the other part of it is that this one per game over the last 8-9 games, something like that. And so many times he was the one that's won in the open field. He goes for 60 instead of for 20. A.J. Brown gets one-on-ones.
3rd and 2 there. Late, the Lions made the exchange, and Amik Robertson went over to cover. Robertson, who was in the slot, has jumped.
Talk about Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, how good they are. As a little grab of the arm right there, I thought this Detroit Lions defense has come out and made a big play.
This is punt number 4 for Braden Mann. For this time. Braden throws up the fair catch. Tough to catch. 2 flags down as he wins with the gusts still in the 35-mile-per-hour range of Philadelphia International Airport, about 4 miles from here. That initial indication.
Anyway, tonight.
Personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 54. It's a 15-yard penalty.
We're back in 30 seconds after this from AWS. 3-0, Philadelphia on top. Detroit since 2023. That was the Lions' blowout loss to the Ravens in Baltimore. Series. On first down, not much for Montgomery, but he bounces it outside. Patiently gets about 3 yards.
And the Philadelphia Eagles on defense is they have so much movement. You're going to see them jump the safeties, come down late, and make movement. But none of that happens until you snap the ball. That's really one of the key.
They throw to Brock Wright, the tight end, on the right side. They're a couple shy of the first down. What is that?
For the quarterback, he can point out who he thinks is going to blitz, and then all of a sudden they shift another way. But think about the ball. They're going to be in a different place than where you're expecting.
Lions 0 for 3 on third down. 0 for 4. Goff throws in the middle, incomplete. Behind St. Brown. Rare that they don't connect.
It's a read play here, and you're going to have this kind of movement. Now, if it's man coverage, he should stay on the move. St. Brown was right. He was continuing to run the route, and Jared Goff anticipated he was going to stop fake.
That is the personal protector. Takes the direct snap. The Lions have gambled often and done that. snapped, and the Eagles all over that and ready for it. Credit to Michael Clay's special teams. Has it at the 42.
He's flying, Dave.
Call!
No, they didn't.
They called me a lot of things, different things.
I bet they did.
We'll take it. We got a Sunday to...
Across the country in SoFi next Sunday night to see team at the top of the NFC right now. Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams lost in Buffalo today. Good one next Sunday night. See Football Night in America starts it at 7 Eastern Time. Gain of 8 for Saquon.
You know, it's interesting, though, talking about the fake punt. It was on 4th down, but now we're seeing the Eagles coming back to their bread and butter a little bit, running the football. Man coverage on the outside.
2nd and 2, inside run with Barkley. Jack Campbell waiting for him. Barkley with a 2,000-yard season last year, not finding that same success, but I thought
it really does, and it did last year too.
1st and 10. I will try to complete this one to Melissa again. Hang on to it this time, miss.
Yes, Hall of Famer Barry Sanders knows what it's like to rush for 2,000. Super Bowl winner, Offensive Player of the Year. Defenses know you're a weapon and use all their resources to stop you. And he said for him, it was difficult to go in with the same fight and same fire against defenses that are that much more motivated to stop.
Oh, and he's stopped by Robertson. Amik Robertson again being heard from, and the Philly fans get...
Amik Robertson started as a slot corner, moved outside, but watch this aggressive move in this Detroit Lions defense to come up huge. If you're Dan Campbell, they're kind of saving your biscuits out there a little bit.
3rd and 11. Here's a Hurts run. Taken off, and Hurts hit hard. Stays on his feet. No body part. The knee does come down. He stayed on the body most of the time. Now it's being stopped.
Ball carrier was down at the 21-yard line. It is still a 1st down. It's still a 1st down.
Although Alex Kemp lets everybody know right away what you were talking about.
It's exactly what I'm talking about. When you have an ability to run from the quarterback position, and you talk to defensive coordinators from the Lions and other people, when Hurts isn't running, it means you can help protect against those runs. So there's a lot left on the table.
Inside, DJ Reader, part of that. 2nd down coming up as we approach halfway in this 2nd quarter. And that lone...
Also have to say, all right, the Philadelphia Eagles in all likelihood are going to win their division, right? You don't want to get... Defense needs a little jump start, a little jolt right now after last week and the way this has started.
Devontae Smith came to the back. Back to the 26-yard line, the veteran Anzalone. It is 9
linebackers on the field. Why can they do that? They can do that because they have an Alex Anzalone who can run like that. 3 guys, Anzalone, Jack Campbell, and Derek Barnes.
And they take great pride in what you just said, Chris, that they...
on Hurts this time.
As he throws inside, Brown's got it. He's shy of the 1st down at the 16-3-0 game. They'll keep the offense out for the moment.
Packers having to hold for just a minute to see whether or not that Hurts was going to be involved in the run. And you got to play it here, too.
Looking for that motion penalty on the O-line. Nothing happening there. Shows the team. As always, Mike Trout. Great baseball career, opening up a beautiful golf. That's Pete Davidson in the house as well. Yeah, that's it. You just see Pete and you start Philadelphia, and after the attempted draw off, the Eagles go for the field goal.
Yeah, and I think it's the right choice given what we've seen out of these.
Rocking. Jake Elliott. Nice follow through on the kick. Wind is blowing, so they need to bring on a holder field. Man will run to the sideline after the kick by Elliott, which is hard to feel, but is brought in. All right, so the Eagles defense pitching a shutout. They've turned over a new leaf the last couple of years in Philadelphia. If I take your positions, Vic Fangio coming in as the defensive coordinator, so good the end of last year, continuing on through this year. Vaughn being added as a free agent, and now Jalen Phillips via trade from Miami. Put all of it together, it did, as he was trying to rip it in the middle for St. Brown. Jordan Davis got his hands on that one.
got a bunch of guys, Nolan Smith, Josh Uche, Jalix Hunt, more speed guys, but for the quarterback, it really was a great deal for the Eagles.
Third-round pick, and Howie Roseman had a few of them. Still around out of bounds at the 40-yard line, gain of 34. First down, Detroit.
So you're going to cross the field. A lot of times they'll want to go inside the next receiver, even inside the tackle, and that's it. And the Lions just desperately needed a play like that to get them jump-started.
Longest play of the night either. Again in the middle. Jameson Williams on the run. Not going to get him. Touchdown. You are not catching him when he... And Williams going to get a flag for his celebration at the end. But the touchdown will stand.
And you've got Adoree Jackson who can really run, but it didn't matter.
After the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct by Detroit, number 1.
Like this, because it becomes a 48-yard extra point, and it's hard enough to hit him from 33. Football ability, but that stuff could cost your team a point right here as Jake Bates is on to kick a 48 in the wind.
Right.
His ball naturally moves left to right, which just exacerbates. So it is 6-6. And the Williams penalty.
And all these kickers were kicking, and they understood their ball was going to move to the right, and they still couldn't aim far enough.
The 5 miles per hour gusts. And we saw plenty of that as we were down on the field pregame. Jameson Williams, who had that touchdown, and they got the flag on the celebration.
Yeah, it's a big moment. You're on the road. You got a chance to take a lead, and you just gave away a point. So now instead of lead, you can't do stuff like that.
As the 7th missed extra point on what's been a windy day in the Northeast. 22. So now Bates will have the punter Fox come on to off to the sideline. To about the 35-yard line. Chris, those 2 big plays that Detroit hit back-to-back there. Football, and you talked about play-action passes and Dan Campbell getting back to what he wants to see in this offense.
Oh, they really are going to run this one. And then you come in. But Jameson Williams has proven now that he can make deep and gets behind the defense. Right. In reality, more big plays come from coming across the field just like that. And
Jalen Hurts from the 36. He throws. It's complete right around the 45 to A.J. Brown again.
Yeah, and if we ever got back to some of the RPO stuff, because we've already seen now that there's one-on-ones on the outside with these 2 terrific receivers.
Back to the air line, but Granson has the first down at the 49-yard line.
Brian Branch gave him a shot, lay some lumber on people.
That whole mouthpiece in the helmet opening. Tempo here from the Eagles as Barkley gains around 5.
Is you can hand it off, you can fake. A lot of times the back's over here, you get him going that way. But then what whole gap? Those plays become big plays.
Tempted here. Pass complete on the side. Just his 16th target of the year. The 3rd receiver has a first down. Best looking Eagles drive of the night so far.
Ball very much because Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown have been so good. And, of course, Dallas Goedert in there as well.
Shea somewhere else, and Saquon was the only one there. Loss of 3.
And that actually was the read option there. They're out here on the side. But honestly, they haven't done it very much lately, and it showed.
Detroit gets the ball to start the second half. Take Bish into this Eagles team. 18 yards to the 22-yard line, and a first down as we hit the 2-minute.
Eagles we used to see a season ago with some of those counters and pulling linemen and tight ends. Looks good.
Things loosened up a little bit. Some big plays, including Tank Bigsby. Here this week, how about the Broncos? Chiefs are currently 9th in the wild card play. He stopped around the 16-yard line. Back-to-back good runs.
So far to stay with those 2 deep safeties in the back, because if they're going to do that, then Philadelphia and Johnson up front. So anytime you have a team running on you like this, generally it means a safety.
Harper, far right of your screen. Slant, thrown, Brown got it, 5-yard line.
To come to a one safety look, and then there's no way he can stop it. You got one of the great offense we haven't been seeing.
To update the stats, that was the 8th target for Browns. He's been targeted plenty in this first half. First and goal, Eagles trying to take the lead. Barkley inside. Through the contact, they say he broke the play. And Philly's on top. He is down there. About it. It's closer to the knee. Terry McCauley, you're watching it with us.
We may have another look, but so far in the looks we've seen, not clear and obvious to reverse.
Yet, they'll take a look during the timeout.
Second down with 32.
The Eagles have come out, and we're in tush-push territory here, with Philadelphia facing second and goal, still with timeouts. And Hurts surfs over the top and is in.
You knew it first.
So instead of a Barkley touchdown, it is rushing touchdown.
Oh, and then he does. He surfs over the top of those guys. And obviously what you worry about are those leaving his feet. He is continuing to push and push and push. And we know that Barkley can.
Much conversation about officiating the play and false starts. Eagles leaving early. It looked like they left on time. Gets its first touchdown. Takes a 7-point lead. We're back in 30 seconds.
These financial services companies, like he's so much more than Saquon Barkley.
I'm also Stay Calm Barkley.
Oh, man.
Relax, Rook. When things get intense, we get incense.
Fireworks go off. You see the Xfinity Mobile Arena. West of the state. Arena's down here. Eagles take a 13-6 lead here with 16 seconds. And the only ones on the Eagles scheduled to vote for the tush-push staying in the game when the
Expect anything else out of Dan Campbell.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, it's our job to stop it. I kind of respect it.
Here in Philadelphia, got the head coaching job there, so it kind of felt like, well, I was there. I maybe take it to the locker room and get to the second half with the ball down 7. It's part of the difference. 13-6, our halftime score. And here's Melissa.
Dan, your second game.